Welcome to section 4, Responsible AI for Testers. So this final section focuses on responsible AI, which is a critical part of modern QA. Testing AI is not only about correctness and performance. It is also about fairness, safety, transparency, privacy, and compliance. Testers play an important role in identifying harms before systems reach users. So this section introduces the key risks and principles that should be considered in AI quality assurance. So what is AI bias? AI bias refers to unfair or uneven outcomes that affect certain individuals or groups. The examples here include loan approvals, healthcare predictions, and fraud scoring, where skewed data or poorly designed systems can create real-world harm. For testers, bias is not an abstract ethical topic. It becomes a practical testing concept. We need to look for patterns, create fairness-oriented test cases, and evaluate whether outcomes differ inappropriately across groups. So responsible AI principles. So this slide presents 5 important pillars of responsible AI: transparency, explainability, data privacy, safety, and compliance. These are all areas testers should evaluate, even if ownership is shared across teams. We should ask whether the system behavior can be documented, whether explanations are understandable, whether sensitive data is protected, whether harmful outputs are prevented, and whether the systems meet policy and regulatory expectations. Responsible AI is not a separate activity from QA. It is part of it. Hallucinations and risk testing. Hallucination happens when an AI system produces content that sounds convincing but is false, unsupported, or unsafe. So this slide emphasizes that testers should look for fabricated outputs, unverifiable claims, unsafe suggestions, and reasoning errors. In practice, that means setting expectations for citations, defining safety thresholds, and combining automated checks with human review where stakes are high. AI risk testing is about reducing the chance that confident-looking output causes real damage. Safe prompt usage for testers. So this slide focuses on safe prompt practices. Testers should mask data, remove personal identifiable information, and validate output before use. At the same time, they should avoid pasting customers' logs, exposing secrets, or sharing private information with AI tools unnecessarily. The main takeaway is that prompt quality is important, but prompt safety is equally important. Hands-on exercises. So this final exercise puts responsible AI into practice by asking for fairness test cases for a fraud scoring API. The scenario involves a model rejecting too many low-income users, which creates a concrete bias to investigate. The exercise guides learner through a fairness flow from risk to inputs to test to mitigation, including parity checks across groups. This helps testers think systematically about how to detect, measure, and document bias in AI-enabled systems.